Let me start with a simple question. What happens when two people disagree? Do they talk? Do they listen? Or do they immediately turn against each other? Now, imagine if this happened not only between two people, but between communities, countries, or even nations. Imagine a world where every disagreement becomes reasons to fight, where differences are a start of an argument, and where everyone chooses to build walls instead of bridges. Is that the kind of world we want to live in? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed friends and honored judges. I'm Malika Anindita Putri from Bakar Islamic Integrated Junior High School of Yogyakarta. It is a privilege to stand here today to discuss about a topic that I truly believe in: peace in the hands of youth. When we hear the word conflict, we often think about battles between countries or wars between armies. In fact, conflict doesn't always start with violence in a battlefield. Sometimes it starts with something much smaller. It can be a simple misunderstanding or even just some opinion differences. One small disagreement can become an argument, and an argument can become hatred. And if it continues, it can create a much bigger conflict. As young people, we may think that conflicts in this world are too big and too complicated for us to solve. Well, we can't stop a war with just one speech. But we do have a choice. We can choose to listen instead of judging. We can choose kindness instead of hatred. And we can choose to be part of the solution instead of the problem. Because peace doesn't always start with world leaders. It simply begins with us. It begins in our classrooms, our friendships, our families, or even in the way we treat each other daily. Maybe someone has a different opinion from us. Or maybe we feel hurt by what they said. At that moment, we have two choices. First, we can get angry and immediately blame at them, or we can try to listen and understand them just for once. Small choices like that can actually create big changes. There's no way we can create world peace in just a day, because it starts with simple acts of kindness. We may not be Malala Yousafzai who fights for women's peace. We may not be Martin Luther King Jr. who risked his life for basic human rights. But we can create and choose peace just by being the best version of ourselves. We have to remember that the future belongs to us. One day, we will become great leaders and decision makers. And every choice we make today will shape the future we will live in tomorrow. So, if we want a peaceful future, we must learn to practice peace today. If we want to be respected, we must learn to respect others today. And if we want a future with no hatred, we must stop spreading hate today. Because the future is not something we simply wait for. It is something that we build and create together. As you know, we're often called the future of our nations. But I believe we are more than that. We're not just the future, we're also the present. And we have the power to make a difference from now. We can choose kindness instead of violence. We can choose to listen and try to understand others. So, let us start with ourselves. Let us listen to those we disagree with. Let us include those who feel left out. Let us apologize when we are wrong. And let us think before we speak. Because every single peaceful conversation is a step toward peace. Every single act of kindness is also a step toward peace. And every small kindness choices is a step towards a better world. It's not a dream. It's already happening. And we can be part of it. But for that to happen, we need something important: trust. We need to believe in each other, including each other's opinion. Sometimes we're wrong, and that's okay. That's basically part of our journey towards a better world. Ladies and gentlemen, our future is not written yet. It is still a blank page, and every choice we make today is a sentence we write on it. So, let us write a future where problems are solved through dialogue instead of violence, and where peace isn't just a dream, it is a choice. In closing, I invite you to carry these thoughts with you. Our future is not decided by what we hope for, it is decided by what we choose. Thank you for your attention and thank you for believing in us. I hope my speech today encourages all of us, young and old, to believe that we can choose between peace and conflict. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.